Remember the mixed reception when Electronic Arts first announced Star Wars Battlefront? Leaving aside the multiplayer-only focus with barely any solo offerings, it just felt off. Star Wars Battlefront 2 went off the deep end with its forgettable campaign and awful monetization, yet its extensive post-launch support helped to redeem it. However, both titles were missing that special something that only the classic Battlefront games could deliver. And no, it's not the lack of a colon mark. Fortunately, the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection is here, packing both titles into one package and adding new content, like additional heroes and maps. While the issues that plagued the original releases are still intact, there's a testament to a more streamlined approach that caters to both single-player and multiplayer fans. Developed by the now defunct Pandemic Studios, Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 offered first and third-person shooter action at their core. However, they also jammed in other unconventional elements, from playing as heroes like Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader to different unit types, each with unique weapons and kits. From the outset, you have 3 modes in each title: Campaign, Galactic Conquest, and Instant Action. Star Wars Battlefront 1 covers 2 eras, the Clone Wars from the prequel trilogy and the Galactic Civil War from the original trilogy. Each features maps modeled after classic conflicts like the Assault on Yavin 4 and of course the Battle of Endor. You have a series of objectives ranging from capturing points to destroying shield generators with AI soldiers and vehicles by your side. While the first Battlefront's narrative approach more closely mirrors the films, Battlefront 2 follows the 501st Legion, from their battles of the Republic against the Confederacy of Independent Systems to their integration into the Galactic Empire and battling the Rebellion. The latter's campaign offers a more eclectic variety of missions, from quelling prison riots to a suicide mission on Kashyyyk. The authenticity of each battle, from the sound effects to the music, definitely helps in that regard. But it's surprising how good the shooting feels. From sniping to unleashing with a chain gun, it's all on point, and each unit's kit adds a different dimension to the conflict. You could be a sharpshooter taking out droids from a distance, or opt for a dark trooper with a jetpack.
For the Chancellor!
You can also roll around as a droideka and take massive damage with a shield, or gun down multiple enemies as a super battle droid, who also has rockets. The control for the droideka can feel a bit awkward, but otherwise every unit feels good to control. Even the vehicles are a lot of fun. There's just something about commanding an AT-ATE and slowly but surely rolling over enemy units and vehicles, as they're helpless to stop you. Instant Action is where players can play almost any faction on any map with heroes, even creating a playlist of maps to experience sequentiality. While Conquest is the standard mode across both titles, Battlefront 2 spices things up with Hero Assault for hero-only battles, Capture the Flag, and Space Assault to accommodate the new space battles. Whichever title you prefer, Instant Action offers some quick gameplay without any story hangups. However, Galactic Conquest is arguably where it's at for both titles. Battlefront sees 2 sides, either the Republic and Rebellion or the Confederacy and the Empire, battling over various locations on a map. Each side takes turns contesting locations that provide a bonus when fully captured, which provides benefits like jamming enemy sensors and preventing them from seeing your units on the minimap. Winning 4 battles in total allows for activating a secret bonus ability for game-changing effects, like taking a location off the board completely. It's pretty straightforward and allows for some strong back and forth. Battlefront 2, on the other hand, is where things really take off. This time, you have a fleet that traverses an actual galactic map and takes turns venturing through different routes. Some lead to enemy-controlled locations which you can control by contesting a ground battle, and award credits used to recruit new unit types and unlock consumable bonuses, like allowing you to use a hero when starting the mission. However, your opponent is also making moves with their fleet, and if you clash in a location, the resulting space battle sees both fleets attempting to annihilate the other. From disabling sensors and functions to landing inside the opponent's hangar bay to sabotage them from the inside, it's a pitched battle with tangible stakes. Galactic Conquest ends when one side controls all locations, and it's possible to build multiple fleets to wage war on several fronts. Overall, the gameplay loop is great. There's that feeling of one more turn as you look to unseat an enemy's rule over a location or destroy their fleet to reset them. Enlisting newer units and stacking different bonuses, which the enemy can also employ, keeps the battles interesting. Unfortunately, as enjoyable as both titles can be, they do have their fair share of issues, most prominent being the AI. While the opposing side will quickly identify when you're wrecking shop and focus fire, sometimes a little too well to take you down, your allies alternate between lazing around on an objective or simply running into objects. They're more than content to let enemies waltz by and gun you down when they're not running into grenades and getting blown up. While not a deal breaker, it's annoying enough to be noticeable, and may even cost you some matches where you can't carry hard enough. Also, while Galactic Conquest is enjoyable, the lack of variety in objectives can make it a little repetitive since it's mostly conquest matches. The space battles help to break the monotony and control well enough, but some more varied objectives, especially in Battlefront 2, with what its campaign are capable of, would have been nice. Visually, both titles are impressive even after all these years, particularly Battlefront 2. Performance is solid throughout, with dozens of units, vehicles, projectiles, explosions, and more on-screen at a time with no slowdown whatsoever. It's to be expected given their age and their sheer power of current-gen hardware, but still impressive all the same. Sadly, I couldn't try out multiplayer, which supports up to 64 players and could provide a nice change of pace from Galactic Conquest.
Take down the core shield by destroying the generator.
Despite lingering issues from the bygone era, which can bring the experience down, the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection is still a must-buy for fans. Galactic Conquest is arguably worth the price of admission alone, even if Battlefront 2 is superior on that front over the original. However, above all else, the collection is a window into a period of video games that didn't need crazy progression systems and star cards to provide an enjoyable experience for dozens of hours. The fact that it runs this well and feels this good to play is just the cherry on top. More than anything, it really makes you wonder what could have been with the cancelled Star Wars Battlefront 3. Hey, did you know that we at Gaming Bolt upload new videos every day? Stick around, drop a like, subscribe, and hit that bell, and let us know what kind of content you'd like to see in the future with a comment below.